today on Your Life A to Z. She's a local jewelry designer whose stuff is selling like hotcakes in London. Now you can get your hands on it.
Good morning and welcome to Your Life A to Z. I'm so glad you can join us this morning. We've got a great show for you, starting with jewelry, I should say. Tina Bark is here with Tina Bark Designs. We're glad you're here, Tina. Thanks, Lisa. Kind of excited. You've been selling your jewelry in London for a long time, and now we can get it here in the desert. You have a special tie to Arizona.
That's right. I was born and raised here, so I'm really excited to be back home, and I'm selling here.
And it's funny, too, because where you sell your jewelry, you look at it and you're like, well, this looks like something from our desert. Coincidentally, you're selling it at?
Well, I'm actually selling now at the Arizona Botanical Gardens, which is really exciting. Yeah, it's all desert inspired, so it's fitting.
I see that, a lot of butterflies and so forth. So we'll talk more with you about where you got your inspiration, how you started this amazing career of jewelry design.
Yeah,
how fun is that?
Wonderful.
Oh, and the pieces are really unique. So I'll come back. We'll join you in a minute. Talk more about the jewelry in just a second. Now I'm going to... It's been a big success in London, and now Tina Bark Designs. Tina Bark has moved back to the Valley, which is actually home for you, right, Tina? Born and raised here. Well, we're glad to have you back. We're looking at your beautiful jewelry. Now, are these kind of samples of what you would find in London then, too? Is this the same style?
Yes, exactly the same kind of style. I started my Desert Flower series here in Arizona, but then took it to London, and people, I think, really responded well to it, really love it, the turquoise, the copper, and then I also started my Eclipse series there, which has gotten a fantastic response.
What's the Eclipse series now?
The Eclipse series?
Oh, the Eclipse. I see these here. Well, you think if you're in London and you see stuff that looks like the desert, I'm sure it attracted a lot, like, whoa, what's that?
Exactly. It's different and very interesting, yeah.
Very different. Now, how did you get started? Because you're born and raised here, but
born and raised here. I went to school in Paris, so I studied art and art history for 4 years in Paris, and then I was living in New Zealand a couple years ago when I got started with jewelry. I was apprenticing with a local bone carver and inlay designer, and which was really fascinating. Very different, but I got some experience with the tools and stuff. And then I went to Thailand and took a metalsmith class and just fell in love with the process and the materials. And so now I'm back here. And
what are the materials that you? It looks like copper, turquoise.
Mostly sterling silver.
Okay,
is the base, but there's a lot of copper as well. And I like to use turquoise. I mean, these are things from Arizona. Copper and turquoise comes from the desert, here in Arizona, and so I like using those. I feel like it embodies the work with this desert feeling.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I noticed a lot of, what are they, butterflies that I'm looking at? Some of these rings?
We have some butterflies over here.
Okay, I saw those earlier.
Rings and earrings. All of the rings have a sterling silver ring. I know that some people have a reaction to copper, so the copper doesn't touch your skin. All the earring posts are sterling silver, that kind of thing. But I love the copper. It reminds me of the desert sun, at sunset when everything kind of becomes red. I love that. So that's kind of what I try to get with that.
And it's so cool because Tina sells this jewelry at the Desert Botanical Garden, which is very appropriate for what you make there. Right. And I'm assuming that a lot of the stuff from the Desert Botanical Garden inspires your design. So I'm looking at some of the rings here with the little centers in there. Are they all something you've seen before that you're trying to
I love hiking through the desert. So the Desert Flower series happened last spring when I was here, and just all of the desert flowers, the cactus flowers were in bloom, and I was just amazed and taking pictures of all of them and really got going with that. And the butterflies, exactly, they have like a butterfly pavilion, for example, at the Desert Botanical Garden.
Exactly.
Which I love. And so, it's all kind of designed from here.
Very neat. I love different styles, very unique looks, and very popular. I know that they've been selling very well in London.
It's going really well.
And now you can get them here, which is really cool. And if you can't get them at the Desert Botanical Garden, there's a website too, so in case you don't get over there.
Please visit my website, and there's all my contact information, and I love doing trunk shows if you want to have a party and invite me to come along and show my stuff. I'm happy to do that. I like that because it gives me the chance to connect with my customer, and also the customer then gets to meet me and, has a connection to the piece.
Are they unique pieces once you buy it?
Every piece is handmade, original designs, unique. There are some things that, obviously the Eclipse series, you can see the similarities, but every piece is unique since it's all handmade, and sometimes the patinas always go differently and everything. So,
is there one style or piece that seems to be the hottest seller right now?
Right now, I would say it's this eclipse necklace. I'm also wearing one
with the with the 3 circles.
They have the 3 circles. Yeah, the turquoise color is the patina, and people are loving that, and that's popular in London and in Arizona.
See, I think if it's called Eclipse, you should get the next movie that they're making called Eclipse.
I know, I'm waiting.
Yeah, you need to somehow work that in there.
That would be
an Eclipse. There's a movie called Eclipse. Maybe we can make that work. Yeah, they're gorgeous, and they're all slightly different, though.
They're all slightly different.
Once you own one,
and you can really tell this is not factory made. This is not made by a machine. You know, these aren't perfect circles, but I don't want them to be perfect. It's a craft.
Absolutely, and that's probably what people are looking for when they buy it. They know that it's truly not something that was mass-produced.
Exactly, it's an original piece of art.
With your love and attention going into each piece.
I love and attention, a lot.
A lot of work there. Well, we're glad you can join us this morning. What a great story. Tina's story is quite unique, and I love the fact that you've done so much traveling at such a young age that your parents were like, yep, go for it. So that's really cool. Congratulations. What a beautiful line, and if you want more about Tina Bark's designs, very interesting, you can go to our website at azfamily.com/yourlife or call our hotline. Don't forget they're at Desert Botanical Garden. Just stop over there when you're there and visit the flowers and get some jewelry. Take home with you. Thanks again, Tina.
Yes, thank you.
All right, when we come back, we are going to learn. I know I can't make jewelry. I won't even attempt. But I will try to make some fresh bread, healthy fresh bread, in just 5 minutes. Our next guest say it's possible. We'll be right back.